Welcome to our pool room. No, this is not where we play pool. This is our pool room. Once upon a time it was our garage, but now it's our pool room. The pool is 7 feet wide and 14 feet long. 51 is in the deepest part and holds 2,700 gallons of water. A current is generated from this propulsion unit, which travels down the length of the pool, enters that grate on the rear bench, and then returns up the sides of the pool on either side under these other benches, which are the return ducts, and back to the propulsion unit. Let's fire it up and see what it does. It is a little noisy, but we hope to soundproof it a little bit more in the future. This is called an endless pool, not because it has no ends, but because theoretically you swim endlessly without the resting that you get at the end of a normal pool when you turn and push off. It's wide enough to swim various strokes. The current is adjustable up to about a pace of 1 minute and 20 seconds for a 100-meter swim. Let's turn back the pages of time to when this was just a mere garage. We had enough room to park one car. The other half of the garage was full of tools and other junk. That all had to be cleaned up. So we got some cabinets and threw away a lot of stuff, and after several days it made some progress. Cabinets helped organize much of the stuff that we had. We put a closet in the corner to house the garbage can and a lot of other items that had been in the garage. The garage floor sloped 3 inches to the front of the garage, so we had to build a concrete slab to level it out for the pool. The garage is a little dark and dingy, so we thought we'd punch a hole here and put a picture window in that outside wall. After many trips to Home Depot, the slab is finally finished and level, and the doors are now on the closet. We added a ceiling fan and ceiling lights and a track light system to give some more illumination for the pool. The addition of that picture window in that outside wall certainly made a lot of difference as far as the lighting in the garage. That was installed by Prince William Home Improvements. I think they did a very nice job. The garage is starting to shape up, and there's the lumber for the platform that will form the pool. There's Kevin Roderick's fancy saw that was a lifesaver as we created the platform. There's the framework of it. Bolted soundly to the concrete slab, and all the parts are bolted together, and it's well braced to support the weight and the hydraulic forces of the pool. The part in the middle will be the deep portion. Then we add the 3/4 inch plywood, first to each end, and then to the sides, and there's the completed platform. We began the project on September 24th, 2004. Here we are 2 months later, and the materials for the pool have been delivered November 24th. Doesn't look like there's going to be room in the garage for the pool after all those materials are put in there. These galvanized steel panels, 7 feet long, will one day be the walls of the pool. There's the fill pump and the hydraulic pump. That's a 5 horsepower pump that will drive the propulsion unit, which creates the current for the pool. The steel walls were hoisted up onto the platform and bolted firmly to the platform and to each other. There's the inside. Looks like it's almost ready to swim in. The Endless Pools people have a wonderful video on DVD that shows each step of the way. That gave me hope that I could do this. However, when I did, the steps were much more difficult than it was on the video. The next step was to install the liner hanger, which will support the blue plastic liner inside the pool. The controls were mounted on the front end of the pool, and then the synthetic coping was installed on top of the walls. This is kind of a corian-like material, highly waterproof and very tough. As you can tell, I was installing the coping quite late one night. That may have been part of the problem I was having working with that coping. But the controls were inserted through the coping. The next step was to put the protective cover on it with its crank. The cover is very tough. It's a good safety device. It also minimizes the evaporation when it's closed. Then we put a little deck next to the pool. That deck covers the pumps. The pump that drives the water through the filter and heater system, and then there's the hydraulic pump and another pump that works the hydrotherapy air jets at the end of the pool. That green hose, of course, is indicating that it's time to put some water in the pool. There you can see the blue plastic liner. The stainless steel parts have all been installed, the propulsion unit and the side benches, which are the return ducts. In addition to covering the plumbing and the pumps, the deck has the effect of making the pool shorter so that you don't have to climb up 51 inches to get into it. With the deck, it's just under 30 inches. The carpet is marine carpet, the same as is used on boats. The skirting and the paneling around the window is a false tile board. There you can see one of the panels that pulls out to show the plumbing at the front of the pool. This panel also pulls out. There's 2 of them on the side that pull out to give access to the interior pool lights. There's the crank that will pull back the cover. The water is heated to about 82 degrees, which is a good exercise temperature. That clock magically resets itself for daylight savings time. I'm hoping that all that water will grow hair back. That's scary. This is one of the real joys, is when the grandkids come over, and kids too, and they like to play and see how much water they can put out on the carpet to make sure that it's somewhat waterproof.
I think maybe what I do is just pack them both that thick, the front and the back.
Okay. Oh, there's more.
Well, okay, I got you. Hold on a second. I'm not worried. Unless you're coming in.
Wait, I'm not ready. Yeah, you know this shirt's waterproof.
Why don't we use this and some arm floaties? You want to do that? Okay, does it hold you up? We really move, buddy.
The current adds a different variety to their having fun. Also helps them pick up some of their swimming skills. Keep going. The pool is deep enough that you can stand up and do water aerobic type of exercises, and the current adds a resistance factor as well as being able to swim in it, of course. Hydrotherapy jets don't get used as much as I thought they would, but it does feel good if you lean up against them and let it massage your back. What you doing? Swimming?
I'm gonna go get the curtain. No, it's too hot. I can't eat bubbles. I'm too hot. I'm really hot. What is this? This hot. You didn't know that
Where are you going?
Well, to go from this to this and this took 5 long months and a lot of hard work. But it was well worth it for the fun and the exercise we have with this endless pool. Hope you've enjoyed it.